Hello and welcome to Northfleet School for Girls, BBC School News Report. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Kirsty.
Here at Northfleet School for Girls we have welcomed a new head, and usually with the new head comes new policies. Here in the next report we are going to find out more about these policies.
One of the changes you have made this year is to move base time to first thing in the morning. Why did you choose to do this?
I felt that the most important thing we would do is actually setting you up for a really good day of learning, and by moving base time to first thing in the morning we can deal with any issues that you might have. It might be attendance, it might be equipment, it might be friendship issues. We can deal with those at the very beginning.
Do you feel this has been successful?
I do. I feel very, very pleased with it. Students have spoken to me and said they prefer the base time in the morning. They find it more productive. They like coming in and doing something useful. And we spend some time as leaders in the school walking around and having a look. And I've certainly seen a really effective use of the time. It's good to see people, particularly, I have to be honest, the bit I really enjoyed is the Thursday morning going around and seeing people reading. I love seeing people reading. I think reading is so important. And to see what they're doing and the books they're reading, to be honest with you, I'd like to just sit there and read as well. It would be good.
We have noticed that more visits are being offered. Do you think visits are important to students? Why?
I think visits are extremely important. I think two things. It's about widening your horizons. So there's a wonderful, exciting world out there, and not everybody gets to go and appreciate that world all the time. So we've got London on our doorstep. You've heard now, haven't you, about our London trip that's coming up. There are so many exciting things to do in London, and I think part of your education is about experiencing those things that are in the real world. And then when you come back into lessons, you can apply what you're doing to what you've seen in the real world. So the Lille trip as well, for lots of students, I know they've not been abroad before, and to have the experience of being able to go abroad, I think is absolutely fantastic, in a way that's much cheaper for a whole family to go abroad. And the other thing is that I do actually think school should be enjoyable. I think you should have a good time. You should be able to come in here and have an enjoyable time. And often I found when I go on trips, it helps to build relationships. So you build relationships with your friends, but also relationships with your teachers. You see them in a slightly different context, and then when you come into lessons, there's a better relationship which helps you in lessons and helps the school to become a more vibrant, happy and enjoyable place.
Are there any visits you would like to see in the future?
I can't think of any specific at the moment. I have to be honest, I'm very much looking forward to the London, and I think I'm going to try and get myself on the London Eye. I think that will be good fun. There aren't any particular, but I think really it's just always looking for different opportunities to, like I say, expand horizons. So I know we've got the Switzerland trip coming up very soon. Switzerland's a beautiful country, and I think the people who are going there are very, very lucky. I would like to see more competitions as well, so getting involved in competitions, or maybe travelling music. Going over to different countries and playing instruments or doing drama or dance. So people actually going and doing something rather than necessarily just visiting as well. But really, I just want to see lots and lots of different rich experiences going on.
The sixth form area has been extended and improved. Why was this important to do? Honestly,
I didn't like the area before. I thought people come here as a sixth form, and I think we gave them a not very nice area. And I thought, well, actually, they work extremely hard, our sixth formers. They do a really, really good job. And actually, it's important to have somewhere to go nice and to relax. And when you provide that space, again, it helps sort of build positive relationships, build an enjoyment of school. And then when you're enjoying school and you're happy and you're comfortable, you're more likely to want to work hard. And that's really it's all about. I mean, you've probably seen we have our new vision document, and part of that is high expectations. So when you come into a school, and you experience an environment which is bright, is neat, is well looked after, that actually lifts your expectations. So you think, well, actually, I'm part of something smart, so I'm going to look smart, and actually I'm going to work smart. And all of that is just about lifting your expectations, as well as enjoying what you do in school.
From September, there will be a new school uniform. Why did you decide to change the uniform?
Exactly the same as what I've just talked to you about, actually. I think when you dress smart, you put on an attitude of being smart and working hard. So when I get dressed in the morning and I put my suit on, I become Mr. Norwood and I come in to work hard at school. When I get up on a Saturday morning and I put my jeans and t-shirt on, I don't necessarily have that same attitude of working hard. And I think when you dress smart and take a pride in yourself, then actually that rubs off in what you do in school and helps you to achieve excellent results because you're taking pride in yourself and giving yourself high expectations. And I think it was a time for a refresh to put in a uniform that did look really smart, that people were proud to walk down the street and say, yeah, I'm part of Northfleet Girls and I'm proud to be wearing this uniform.
What will the uniform look like?
Well, you'll need to go and have a look down in reception. There's a model in the reception at the moment of what it's going to look like, and I'm actually going to be writing to parents in the new newsletter and giving them some pictures as well and some details of the uniform. I think it looks extremely smart. I think it's nice and bright, and I think it's modern, but also as well it's cheaper, which I'm sure parents will be pleased with.
No, thank you for your time.
Okay, no problem at all. Thank you.
That was interesting. We asked Mrs. Whitehouse about the new sixth form common room. How has the common room changed?
Well, over the last sort of few months, we've changed it from quite a boring space with lots of sort of holes in the wall where other students could look in, and the sixth formers didn't feel that it was their space. It didn't make them feel grown up. So what we did is we talked to Year 11s who might be sixth formers in September, and we also talked to Year 12s, and we asked them what they wanted. And so what we've done is we've taken into consideration what they asked for, which was more sofas. They wanted a drinks machine. They wanted to be a bit more grown up. They wanted certain colours on the wall, and that's what we did really. Oh, and we put the big TV up. So yeah, we just did what they asked and what they wanted for their space.
Like, why did they want these changes?
Because they wanted to feel special. Because when you get to the sixth form, obviously you are a young adult, and they wanted to feel that they were different to the rest of the school.
Yeah. Have you got any feedback from?
Yeah, they love it, absolutely love it. The one thing that they want, in addition to what they've already got, is a few more chairs, maybe some bean bags, but basically they really, really like it. And obviously they've also got somewhere to study as well, so that's made a real difference to them.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The head teacher has recently introduced a new reward system called Vivo Miles. Veronica and Hitmat have interviewed Miss Martin to find out more.
What are the reasons for changing the school reward system?
What we found was that students weren't very motivated by the current system or the old system. We did quite a lot of work to try and find out what would motivate our students, and decided that having choice in the way that they are rewarded is going to have the biggest impact in terms of motivating them.
Do you think this is a better solution than achievement points?
I definitely do. The system has been launched just 4 weeks, and people in total, staff have awarded 54,075 Vivos. Today, already, 430 have been awarded, and yesterday a total of 805 were awarded. Now, if we compared that to achievement points, it was much lower. And there are lots of reasons for that. But so based just on the numbers, on the figures, I think yes. I've also had a number of students who have ordered items from Vivo Shop already. So where they perhaps only had 50 or 100 Vivos, they've been able to spend it on something they want. In the past, you wouldn't have been able to do that with achievement points. It would have taken you a lot more. And I've had a student come to see me this morning because she's bought a ticket. I think she's the first student to buy a ticket for our Vivo concert that's going to be held on the 2nd of April. So yes, everything is telling me at the moment that this is a better system. Do you think it's a better system?
Yes, a lot. Do you think the students are more motivated by the new reward system?
What I think is they have a choice. So for some of our students, they want to spend 50 Vivos on a keyring or some stickers, and that's up to them, isn't it? Some of our students want to spend their Vivos on the concert and others don't. We have to recognise that we're all different and different things appeal to different people, and therefore it is more motivating because there's something that will appeal to everybody.
That was informative. In 2 weeks' time, Northfleet School for Girls is holding a Raise and Donate Week. Now to Veronica for more information.
In 2 weeks' time, Northfleet School for Girls are holding Raise and Donate Week. There will be a variety of fun events, including a Great Northfleet Bake-Off, a staff talent show, nail painting, and many more. Please join us and donate as much as you can so we can raise lots of money for the 4 charities we are sponsoring. The charities are Lively Minds, the Women's Refuge, Downs Animal Farm Trust and More Than Words. Thank you, back to studio.
Next we're going to hear from Daisy and Grace, who will inform you about the cooperative values at Northfleet School for Girls and what they are, also about the kindness and why it's so important to the students and teachers here.
Our school, Northfleet for Girls, is a cooperative trust school. This means we work together around 6 values: equality, self-responsibility, self-help, equity, solidarity and democracy. Our students think that the cooperative values are very important because it can affect students' behaviour and teachers believe that the words mean a lot, so they are very important to the community.
One important thing our school believes as part of the cooperative trust is being kind to others. We spoke to teachers and students today to ask them why they thought kindness was so important.
Miss Collingridge, one of our assistant head teachers, has said, kindness is doing something for other people. It makes them feel happy. It doesn't have to be big, it could be doing someone's shopping or just holding a door open. She has 12 secret spies who are being very kind around the school, and for people who have been off for a while, they'll give them a welcome back card.
Emma Melvin, who is part of the BBC's production operations team, has said, being kind is about doing something good to benefit others. I believe everyone should be kind to everyone else every day without prejudice.
Some of our Year 11 students have answered some questions, and they have said, when you work together, you can get used to it, and when working in groups, it is better. They've also said that to take responsibility for your actions, you can discuss what you have done.
The final quote is ours. If you walk around with a smile on your face, people will usually smile back. When you smile, people around you smile and become happy. This has a positive influence towards people's behaviour. Back to Hannah and Kirsty.
Scientists have made a recent discovery about the creature that baffled Charles Darwin. Now over to our presenters, Taylor, Libby, Kira, to tell us more.
Recently, we have been discovering Charles Darwin's confusing discovery. We interviewed many different people from many different years, and less than half of them knew who Charles Darwin actually was or what he discovered.
Once we filled them in a bit more, some mentioned that they heard of him in lessons such as history and science. We also found out that most people found out the news they know today through social media and morning TV programmes.
To find out more about Charles Darwin and his amazing discoveries, visit our article on the website. Back to Hannah and Kirsty. Tomorrow morning at 7:41 a.m, the first solar eclipse to be visible from England since 1999. A solar eclipse is when the moon goes in front of the sun, causing some parts of the world to have darkness. Will it be scary? Will we be put at risk? Let's see what Miss Huddle has to say.
What do you think about the eclipse?
I think it's a very exciting event that we don't get to see very often, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Do you find that the eclipse is a big deal? If so, why?
Definitely. There are eclipses happening around the world very regularly, but so very few we actually get to see in the UK. So this is a very big deal, especially for young people, because it doesn't happen very often in your lifetime.
What does the eclipse cause any risks? If so, what kind of risks?
Okay, the risks generally associated with looking up at the sun. Obviously, we know we shouldn't look at the sun just, on a normal regular day, but people are tempted to look at the sun because obviously there's less light coming from it, but just the small amount of light coming during an eclipse is enough to damage the back of your eye and can lead to blindness. So we've always got to make sure that we use the special glasses or create a pinhole camera that enables you to look at it without damaging your eyes.
Have you seen an eclipse before?
I did. The first eclipse that I saw, I think I was 14 or 15, and it was a full solar eclipse, and that was really exciting because the sky went completely dark and it was almost like night time, and all the birds stopped singing, and it was really creepy but really exciting at the same time.
What did you think of it? Oh.
Yeah, it was really exciting. Yeah. I will always remember it. It was an experience that it stays with me. So I hope you guys get to see a full one in your lifetime. You'll be around 60 odd when it happens. So
60.
Look out for that. Yes.
Thank you.
That was interesting. Now over to Mia and Rebecca with the sport.
Hello and welcome to our report on Ebbsfleet United. Ebbsfleet United are a football team in the Conference South League. Their arena is located in Stonebridge Road, Northfleet, Kent. We interviewed a teacher from our school who is an Ebbsfleet fan. This is how we got on. Hello, we're going to ask you some questions about Ebbsfleet United. Are you a fan of Ebbsfleet United?
Yeah, I think I always keep an eye out for their results, seeing as they're a local club, yeah.
Do you watch many of their matches?
I haven't been along this season. I have been along last season though. Yeah.
What do you think Ebbsfleet's strengths are?
I think they've had a good season in defence. They don't let many goals in. So yeah, I think they're sort of pushing for promotion. Yeah.
Do you think they have any weaknesses?
I think probably scoring goals has been their main weakness this year. If they could knock in a few more goals, the defence is holding strong, so that would put them in a good position.
Do you think Ebbsfleet United will gain promotion?
I think they've got a strong chance of getting in the playoffs, and then once you're in the playoffs, who knows? It could go to anyone.
Do you think Jamie Day, their manager, is a good manager for their team?
Yeah, I think he's doing a good job. He did a good job at Welling beforehand, and yeah, he's doing a good job under some difficult circumstances at Ebbsfleet. So yeah, he's the right man for the job.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We also spoke to the general manager.
We asked him questions such as, how well is Ebbsfleet United doing this season?
How do you think your team can improve?
And what are Ebbsfleet's strengths?
He replied that Ebbsfleet are doing quite well and need to win 5 more of the 8 matches they'll be playing.
To improve, they need to work better and gel more as a team.
Their strengths are their new strikers.
Back to Hannah and Kirsty.
Now over to Louise, Lucy, Naomi and Eloise with the weather.
Today it is partly cloudy, especially in the southeast and the north of the United Kingdom. It is 5 degrees in the south but cloudy and warm.
Well, tomorrow there will be a better day, mostly in the afternoon, as the temperature will rise up to 11 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature will be 5 degrees.
On Saturday it will be the best time to go out, even though it will be cloudy all day long. The temperature might rise up to 10 degrees, so the best day to have a day out.
On Sunday it still will be cloudy with 5 to 9 degrees Celsius, but at least it will be sunnier. This will be a nice day to spend in your garden, but remember, it will be colder.
What a nice way to end your week, especially as there wasn't as much rain as we usually get.
And even better to start your week with 11 degrees Celsius and rain at 9 p.m. Back to rain, English weather.
Over to Eloise and Louise for the local.
In Gravesend today the temperature is 7 degrees, rising throughout the day with thick clouds. Tomorrow the temperature rises to 13 and is sunny. The weekend is cloudy with sunny spells at 7 to 8 degrees, so get your spring clothes out of your wardrobe.
In London, the highest temperature is 10 degrees with a low of 6 degrees and thick clouds. Tomorrow get your sun hats out as it's 14 degrees and sunny. Over the weekend the sun stays but the temperature drops to 9 degrees, so grab your jackets. Also, smoke has hit London, so anyone with asthma is advised not to do much exercise.
Similar to London, Maidstone has a temperature of 10 degrees with thick cloud. Friday the temperature improves to 14 degrees. It gets lower on the weekend with 9 degrees, but it's sunny, so get out your sun cream.
Thank you for watching our BBC School Report. Goodbye.